truth and knowledge, making the world clean. Cynics bites, no nonsense in my flow. Breaking barriers, watches us steal the show. From humble roots, straight from the farm, I rise and I teach out with a hunger for the skies. Future's my playground, forging friendships anew, creating content, painting stories for you. Captain Kern in the house, hear the beat drop. Old school roots with a fresh top. With my crew by my side, we're a force to be reckoned. Rising to the top, never second guessing. Never second guessing. At 47, still rocking, never losing steam. From news to gaming, it's all in the scheme. Captain Kern, you go to for the view. Captain Kern, you go to for the view. Where facts make fun, the journey we pursue. So make way, world, here comes Captain Kern with common sense and facts. It's time to discern. Breaking molds, paving the way. Day by day, it's Captain Kern's world in every way. Captain Kern, man of the hour, hear him roar. Wisdom and wit and power into the core. Spaciously, he's a sight to be seen. Captain Kern, living his dream, reign supreme. From the heartland to the concrete jungle I roam. With a fire in my soul I found my home. Through trials and triumphs I've earned my stripes. Every setback fuels my drive, ignites my light. With each word that's read, a story unfolds of resilience and courage, of dreams untold. I stand tall, beacon of hope and pride. In this journey called life, I refuse to hide. A testament to the struggles, the battles won. He may be 47, but his spirit's ageless. With every beat of the drum, his passion rages. So let the world know Captain Kern's on the rise, with a message of truth reaching for the skies. Through highs and lows, he will keep pushing through for the love of the game, for the love of you.
Greetings and salutations from the stream room. It probably sounds like crap because I don't have my sound deadening in yet. This room echoes like there's no other. Good morning, good afternoon, hello everybody. Hula shmola. It is Friday. I figured since everybody's wearing like somewhat aviator style glasses at Dollywood, I'll do the same. Except for mine clip on and off. And mine flip up. Mine are cool. Mine are cool. Tell me how the sound is, everybody. How my mic sounds, because I have no idea. I don't have a damn clue. You know, I just got this room decent enough to where I could stream, and it is nowhere near done. I don't have the LEDs in. I don't have my sound panels in. Um, I don't have the other printers hooked up. Yeah, yeah. I don't have a lot of things in here yet, and I don't have a floor. I don't have a floor. I remembered that one of the reasons I stopped using this as an office is because the carpet was nasty, and we yanked the carpet out and painted over it. And when I started cleaning everything up, I'm like, "There's a rug here, but there's no floor." So yeah. But anyway, how's everything sound, everybody? I hope it sounds pretty good. You know, if I'm echoing, I do apologize. It shouldn't echo. And if I'm too quiet, let me know as well, because the microphone is way over here. And if you can't tell, down right here, there's a side view. You can see my fat old butt. Speaking of my fat old butt, I lost 4 pounds this week. I guess that Mediterranean diet's actually working. Fuck my doctor. My wife actually thinks I would like to because she's rather cute, but no, I wouldn't. I think she's average at best, and she's way too young. And you guys, if I had a camera out in my living room right now, you would just shit a brick because I don't have a living room. I've got to figure out what to do with all the crap we took out of here. It was horrible. I mean, it was absolutely horrible. Uh, so how's y'all's day doing? I'm in like a crap ton of pain from moving the last couple of days. Moving this room has just been a nightmare. I've got some stuff to talk about today, and I just want to just chill out for a few minutes, let people join in, see where we go from there. And guys, my wife wants to cut 2 inches off this. She says that I have dead ends, so like right here. I'm like, God dang it! She's the one that wants me to grow it out and everything, but I don't know how to deal with dead ends other than cut them off. But I don't want to cut them off. I like the length of it. Oh man. Oh. So yeah, uber fat guy here reporting on the news. Just kidding. I'm not uber fat. I may be fluffy, but I'm not. Damn. Man, I have got such bad allergies going on today because all the dust coming from this room. I am not kidding. When my wife was using this as a storage room, and my shit was in here too. And excuse my French, but everything just got jumbled, and it was pretty nasty. I'll just tell you, it was nasty in here. Um, and this side of the room is almost done. I actually tore the closet out because we never used the closet. It was just in the way, to store crap, and I just don't want that in here because I wanted more space. So, and if the air conditioner, is overpowering anything like that, I just need you guys to let me know because this is the sound test pretty much. Hey, look, you can see the rest of the room through the sunglasses if you look really close. Boy, you guys are chatty this morning. What's wifey say? She said something here. On the way home. Yay! Wifey had to go to Denver today, which is 3 hours away from where we live, for to get an RFA, the second RFA done. She had her right hip done yesterday, and today she's getting her left hip done. Having difficulties. The internet's getting glitchy again. C'est la vie, c'est non, c'est la mienne, todo. Hey guys, let's go to do this real quick. Let's just go to our first news story. Let's share screen. All right, here is the stupid from Colorado. Hello. Why are you on that screen? You should be over here. I swear, this stuff just does not want to cooperate sometimes. Colorado woman tried to steal a pickup but couldn't handle the stick shift, police said. Boulder, Colorado. Now, if that doesn't tell you, if you know Colorado, friends, if you know Colorado, you know Boulder is dumb. Boulder has literally some of the dumbest people on the face of the earth. So, a Colorado woman's attempt to steal a pickup shortly after. Who wrote this shit? A Colorado woman's attempt to steal a pickup truck shortly after she was released from jail on a car theft charge. She was thwarted not by officers, not by the truck owners, but by her inability to drive a stick shift, Boulder police says. So let's release her from jail, and she's going to try to steal another vehicle. Can we say habitual dumbass? I'm just saying. This is my own opinion. I'm just saying. Habitual dumbass. You get out of jail and try to steal a truck that's a stick shift and you can't drive it. Woohoo. Colorado is like Montana. It used to be. It used to be farmers, construction, industry, and now we have a bunch of yuppies walking around with their fucking lattes that nobody can pronounce what the hell's in it. I mean, I like a good mocha latte, but that's it. Mocha latte. That's it. But, goat's milk and half cream and all sorts of green wheatgrass. Who the fuck puts wheatgrass in coffee? Jesus. Anyway, so yeah, Colorado woman tried to steal a pickup truck. How dumb can you be to steal a truck, one, right after you get released from stealing cars, and two, how do you not know how to drive a stick shift? Oh, wait, it's Colorado. It's Comirado. Guys, my home state is dumb. When our generation, my generation, Gen X, when we talk about better times in life, we mean it. Nobody, absolutely nobody that I knew did not know how to drive a stick shift in the town I was from by the time you were 12. Debbie Moore, greetings. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say greetings, everybody. Debbie, greetings. Cynthia, greetings. I don't know who else is here. You guys are the only ones that have talked so far. Just waking up, slept in. Had my in-home visit this morning. Now I can finally get online. Awesome. By the way, has anybody seen Cranky Granny? She lives in the same town that I do. I actually don't know this lady. But I'm kind of worried because I haven't seen her in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. My wife and I were talking about it the other night. She's like, have you seen that lady, Cranky Granny, recently? I'm like, no. That's odd. Especially from people from my hometown, the town I live in currently, which was kind of funny because there's 2 people online that I know that live in Yuma, Colorado. I'm not afraid to tell you where I live. I am probably the easiest person on the internet to discover who I am, where I live, and what I've done with my life because I have been somewhat of an internet personality for probably ongoing of 15 years. So, Cynthia, you're having technical difficulties with your internet getting glitchy. Well, get it unglitched. Come on, lady. You're strong. You can do it. Beat the snot out of that internet. Oh, my. Swing low, sweet chariot. The internet's gonna take me home. Y'all really don't want me singing. No, sorry. The stop smoking plan is somewhat working. Somewhat. I had a pretty bad night last night with pain, and my wife went and made me an entire pack of cigarettes instead of, I made this little guy right here. This little guy, he holds 8. All right. I was down to just 8 a day, and last night I was in such agony. My wife goes, "Do you need a cigarette?" Because I was completely out, and I was just like, I'm laying in bed going, "Oh God, I remember." And she goes, "Fine," and she just goes and makes an entire pack of cigarettes, and I one. That's all I wanted was one, and I smoked the hell out of those last night. I have no impulse control when it comes to cigarettes for some reason. I have stopped drinking soda for the most part. I have one soda a week. I don't eat any unnatural sugar hardly at all. I miss Kool-Aid like there's no tomorrow. And sugar-free Kool-Aid just sucks. You know, I don't get to enjoy the things that I like anymore. And yeah, it's making a little bit of a difference, but my God, what is with this smoking thing? I cannot freaking do it. It's driving me insane. I need the willpower, people. I just don't understand. I mean, I figured I'll bring this out, and it was working. Between this and this, the little 8-pack and this, I was doing just fine for days. I was getting ready to cut it down to 4 a day. And then last night happened. Cynthia, dear God. I mean, I'm sure that there are people out there that, like the whole dominatrix thing. I'm not one of them, but you do you. Love you for it. I'm messing. We need more people in this bitch. I am foul mouthed today. I don't know why. I am. Maybe it's because I'm still in pain and it's just bleeding out through language. Or maybe I became. Maybe I got spontaneous Tourette's. Fuck, shit, damn, piss hog. Whatever. What the hell's a piss hog? Where did it come from? I don't know. Anybody been keeping track of what the hell the expert and everybody is doing over in Dollywood? I watched all day long yesterday while I was working on this room. Oh, shit. We got a good story for you guys. Holy crap. So yesterday morning, I'm supposed to catch my ride so I can go to a town an hour away so I can get my dental impressions redone because the people that make the partials and the dentures, they fucked up and they broke mine, right? I found out what happened. They actually broke them. So I had to have them redone. So I'm waiting for my ride, and it's a brand new driver, apparently. She shows up 10 minutes late. Okay, if you all know dentists, they don't like late people. Doctors in general do not like people being late. And my dentist office has a strict policy. You show up late, you miss your appointment. Period. 1 minute, no go. So she was supposed to pick me up by 9:30. She rolls up at 9:40. 9:41 actually, I think it was on the nose. And I see her turn because I have a highway one street over, and she turns and into my street at about 40 miles an hour, squealing the tires on this public van. And I'm sitting here going, what in God's name is going on? So then she whips a left and goes north. I'm like really right across the street, drives all the way up the street, turns around, comes back, finally figures out she's at the wrong fucking house, stops, gets out. I'm outside already waiting for her because I can see her on my security camera. And I go to get in the front door, and she goes, "No, you need to get in the back." What? Nobody puts the captain in the back. I'm a king, bitch. Because the way her attitude right off the bat, I'm like, I ain't doing this shit. Just set off a bad vibe already. Because one, she was driving like a fucking maniac. And two, she's already copping an attitude. So she opens the back door. I'm like, I was just getting ready to tell her, no, I sit up front. I don't do back seats, period, ever. And mostly because I have very long legs and back seats are very uncomfortable. I mean, I am 6'1", 6'2". Depends on how far my back stretches that day. Well, she goes, well, we're going to be a bit late. Would you mind about halfway through the drive calling your dentist and letting them know we're going to be about 10 minutes late? I'm like, no, I ain't doing it. She was like, why not? I said, because you being late is going to cause me to miss my appointment. My dentist only does hard appointments. They do not allow for being late. They are very, very packed. In this particular appointment, guys, they actually had to squeeze me in between clients. So now, irony of this whole situation is her direct supervisor is taking my wife to Denver yesterday when this happens. So she calls. I'm like headed back into the house. I said, I'm just going to have to reschedule this appointment. You've caused me to miss this. So I go back into the house and I call my wife and say, look, here's what's happened. Just to let you know, I'm going to be home and, yada, yada, yada. My wife goes, hold on a moment. This girl had called, the driver, this new driver had called the driver that my wife was with, her supervisor, and starts complaining about me, going, I don't know what to do. He refused the ride. Well, she's complaining because she ain't going to get paid. They pay like $16, $17 an hour to drive this. So that yesterday would have been probably a good $65, 50 to $65. And she missed out on all of it because she was fucking late. So my wife has her friend, who is the supervisor, put it on speakerphone, puts her phone up to it so I can hear. I mute myself because I'm laughing my ass off at this point. You should have heard this woman. She's a new driver. She was just recently finished her training, and she was whining and complaining that I was mean to her. And I'm like, I was never mean to her. I simply told her the facts. And yeah, I was a tad bit miffed that I have missed this appointment because I want my damn teeth. I don't want to look like a fucking hillbilly anymore. Guys, what would you have done? Honestly. Needless to say, it was quite hilarious, and my wife's driver was funny as shit. She basically told the young lady, why are you calling me? Why don't you call the office and let them know that you were late and you screwed up your ride? The young lady didn't take that so well. I don't think she's going to be driving. I think she's going to quit pretty much right after that, because if you can't be on time, I'm sorry. Medical appointments, You have to be early, not on time, early. And every time we've gotten a ride, which is, I literally take this, one of these rides just damn near every week to one doctor or a dentist or wherever. Um, they're always early, always. There was one time somebody was late, and I trusted them to get me there on time because it's somebody that I knew and I trusted. So, Jesus, Shadow, you guys even there anymore? Christ, you've been quiet for some time now. Oh, I don't know what the hell, man. What the hell? Am I cutting out? Is that what's going on? Is my audio cutting out? Because I'm seeing my green bar just being stupid. Anyway, on to other things. This is actually pretty hilarious. I didn't even read this, and I won't read the whole thing because I think it's stupid. Scotty Scheffler arrested at the PGA Championship for a traffic violation, gets to return in time to tee off. Masters champion Scotty Scheffler was arrested on Friday morning on his way to a PGA Championship with stunning images showing him handcuffed as he was taken to jail for not following police orders during a pedestrian fatality investigation. What the fudge? In the span of 4 hours, the top ranked golfer in the world was arrested wearing gym shorts and a t shirt, dressed in an orange jail shirt for his mugshot, returned to the Valhalla Golf Club in golf clothes, and made his 10:08 a.m. second round tee time. What the heck? So, in other words, basically, here it goes. He's full of crap because I won't believe anything a celebrity says. Live long and prosper. He's full of crap, right? And he disobeyed what the cops said. The cops were investigating another accident involving a pedestrian who was unfortunately unalived because he wanted to get to his tournament. Well, that's entitlement if I've ever heard of one. So, Scotty Scheffler, go fuck yourself for being a dick. On to more news. See, I like reading the news the way I do because I just don't want to read the full thing. Michael Cohen pressed on his crimes and lies as defense attacks Keith Trump hush money trial witness. Donald Trump's lawyers accused the star prosecution witness in his hush money trial of lying to jurors, portraying Trump fixer turned foe Michael Cohen on Thursday as a serial fabulist. Fabulist? How about a serial liar? Just say liar. It makes more sense and it's more English. People understand the English. Oh, who is bent on seeing the presumptive Republican presidential nominee behind bars. This dumb ass lawyer broke client confidentiality, attorney-client confidentiality. He acted without Trump's knowledge. That's already been proven. The whole hush money thing is bullshit. It's just to keep Trump tied up in court so that he. Why am I opening new tabs? It's just to keep Trump, tied up in court so he has less time to actually do the things he needs to do to become president. See, they only pick up solos here. So, very rarely. I've actually never been on a ride where they pick up multiple people because it's usually different hospitals and shit like that. So, see, Trump should have never paid the price for this hush money trial because Stormy Daniels was the one that said years ago that the damn thing, nothing ever happened between her and Trump. And now she's recanting on that multiple times, saying, yeah, she did him. And she's not ashamed of it, but she doesn't know why she did it. She just said that on an interview the other day. And I'm sitting here in complete disbelief because this woman is an habitual liar, right? And it's not hush money. Okay, this is the same thing Jeremy Hales is going through right now, right? With his, first attorney, Mark Feather. Lynette saying, "Oh, it's basically money to get rid of the court case. Hush money. It's a bribe." No, it's called a settlement. And even if Mark Feather did do it, it's still legal, called a settlement. And Trump said, "Okay, it's not hush money. It's a settlement to just get her to go the frick away because she's a psycho." Oh yeah, everybody knew about Stormy Daniels. And by the way, if I, when that whole thing came up, I didn't know who Stormy Daniels was, so I went and searched the internet, and that woman's nasty. She's filthy. Why Trump would have wanted to do her, I couldn't tell you. Uh, yeah, my wife and I sat in front of the computer screen trying to figure out who this woman was, and I'm like, because I'd never heard of her, and I'm like, she is definitely probably the trashiest corn star I have ever seen. Uh, we watched like one video for like 5 minutes and turned that crap off because we normally don't watch that stuff. To be perfectly honest, I've been married for a long time now. I got no need for it, and that was shocking. The nastiness that she gets into. Ew. I mean, the whole whips and chains things. If you're into that, that's cool. This is not what Stormy Daniels was doing. Stormy Daniels was doing a lot more of that, and with some very, very well endowed men in every place that could fit something like that in her body. You know, so no, this was not even 50 Shades of Grey. This was 50 Shades of what the fuck. Oh my my my. Ugh. So I mean, it is what it is. Guys, what do you think about this red? I'm thinking about repainting this room. I'm not too fond of this red. I'm more of a gunmetal gray type guy. I seriously don't know what to think about anything anymore. The world's gone freaking crazy. And I don't know if there's any way of surviving this. I honestly don't. Oh, and I have decided I'm going to have a one-way war with Valhalla. See whose beard and hair can grow the longest. Yes, please repaint. What color should I paint it then? I mean, when I had my natural wood desks and everything in here, this was great color because it fit the aesthetics. But it don't fit nothing right now. It's just kind of nasty. And nobody say white because I hate white walls. I absolutely despise white walls, period. I mean, it's Friday. There's nothing else on. What's going on here? What is going on? Why is there so many notifications coming in on the phone? Let's see. Russell Brand, Megan Fox. Hey, Yellow Wolf just put out a new song with Jelly Roll. Fuck yeah. Kaiser, what are you doing? Why are you streaming? Jesus, you're supposed to be having fun. Are they streaming yet? Because Friday Night Live doesn't start for a long time. Do. Yeah, it's like, come on. Kaiser's been going on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. I've got like 15 notifications for the dude. What the heck? Uh. Oh yeah. Just baby. Yeah, I got you. Hold on. Um. So I have the Life 360 app right on my phone, and I just looked at where my wife was, and she is nowhere near coming home. Her driver is taking her north, not east. What the fuck? He's on I-25 heading to freaking Cheyenne, Wyoming, going the wrong fucking direction. He or she, I don't know. I don't know who it is. What is going on here? I, stand by, chat. Oh my god. Tiger Claws Gaming, what is up? How you doing, my friend? Welcome. Yeah, it's been a blue moon since we've caught up, my friend. It's been a blue moon. So This idiot driver is taking my wife to Bucky's, which is, she goes, it's only a half hour. And I'm like, no, it's an hour away. My wife was in Longmont, Colorado, and she is now currently in Loveland. What the hell? This driver thinks this is okay to go an hour out of the way and then have to go an hour back and then 3 hours home. I swear, new drivers in this company and that drives these vehicles for medical transport, they don't follow the rules and they need to be smashed out. See, what happens is if they don't follow a directed route, then the our insurance that pays for these rides can reject it, making us pay for it. I just don't get it. But thank you, Tiger Claws. It's been a moon. I appreciate you lurking away. You know, stupid. This is, we've been talking about this all week long. Even last week too, how, and through all the chats of all the YouTube channels that we all follow and we all chat in, everybody's getting tired of stupid. And yeah. I don't know. I didn't know we had a Bucky's in Colorado. But I damn sure wouldn't drive that far out of my way on a trip like that to go to one. I would plan a trip to go to Bucky's because it's fucking huge. You spend like 4 hours in that place and still not see it all. Cry money. Anyway, so I don't know. What are y'all doing? I mean, how's everybody's Friday going? What's y'all's plans? Because I got no plans. I am just sitting here chilling, and I don't even have the cameras hooked up for the printers yet, so printing's like, nah. Update. June 23rd, I think it is. I get my right eye done for my cataract surgery, and then it's like July 12th that I get my left eye done. So, yeah. So that's going to be fun. June 10th, I actually start school again. So, if you guys are just new to the channel, you haven't heard about that yet. I just got my degree in cybersecurity, and I'm going back for one in digital marketing to expand my horizons a little bit. And digital marketing will also help me, do this. Instead of just announcing my stream, there's methods to this madness. And scheduling posts to automatically do stuff like that. I'm not all up on all that technology yet. And that's one thing I need to figure out. I'm going to get done. So I can not only do it for myself, but I can help teach others, the best way to get your stream announcements out and advertise yourself, because it's all about, in this world of YouTube, it's not about just, bringing in chat. It's about building communities. And in order to do that, you have to, become part of other people's communities and network. and eventually you network with other streamers and other content creators, and then you have one big community and a big family that's never happy. But because there's always going to be like strife in between them. Take just take an example. I'm not saying anything bad about Dave because Dave's a good guy, but MLS, he's a good guy. Um, his whole thing going on with what the hell. I'm trying to stay out of it. The only thing I've said is I set up on the one of the Facebook pages is I think he was taking the wrong direction in it. Um, there's other ways to handle it instead of just doing that. Kaiser's at a Buc-ee's. That's freaking hilarious. I can guarantee he's not in Buc-ee's in Colorado though. If he is, he's fast as fuck. Um, Here's some other news, everybody. I was talking to my wife the other night, and we're getting tired of Colorado. So I'm trying to find ways to raise the funds to do the repairs to this house to get it sellable. He only has 4 viewers. I don't want to win. I want to promote everybody. Kaiser's a cool dude too. I actually need to get back on the bandwagon because the present that I was going to make expert, um, it got put on hold because of this whole room move thing. And I've also making something for Kaiser as well. So, uh, and I think he'll really enjoy it because he's going to have to put it together and paint it. Because my son, my oldest son, just got a uh, resin printer, and I'm going to send him. I'm going to do a hard print off of my FDM printers here, and if I don't like the way it turns out, I'm going to send it to my son and have him do a resin print of it. Because resin print at 8K or 12K is stupidly high quality, and then have him send it back to me so I can prep it and get it sent off. I'm trying to do this for all of my, all of the community of content creators and streamers that I know. Just do something nice for them. It's not. Not trying to buy their affections by any means. I'm just trying to pay it forward to people that have been nice to me. Shizzy and Mo have been like awesome. I love those two to death. The expert has. I mean, granted, the expert hasn't given me promotion, and I've never asked him for that. Just want to make sure that's clear. And I've never asked anybody for promotion. All right, never. But the expert has been totally cool. Um, Jeff over at Legal Vices, he's been pretty cool. MG has been a hoot. The dude's like, I mean, regardless of opinions, everybody's got their opinions of different people. I try to get along with everybody because, it's just one thing or another. So, and I missed a damn chat here. I am so sorry, Debbie. This is your holiday weekend. You have no plans. We no longer have our van with our handicap lift, so we're staying close to home. I might wheel down to our. There you go. Getting out of the house. I mean, that's the thing to do. I'm actually going to be trying to. I'm actually thinking about streaming outside, and the only thing I've got to figure out is how to see chat. So, we're going to be doing some backyard cleanup and doing all that good stuff. And I figured, what, might as well stream that, and show you guys how bad my backyard has gotten in the years that I haven't been able to do anything. But I'm going to drag my two sons out, and we're going to just get to it because I want to use my greenhouse. So, and I really would like to get my aquaponics system back up and running, but here's the big but on that one. I don't have the money for all the rock, and I don't have any beds. Well, I have 2 beds. I have 2 beds that I can build, so that is a possibility. I have enough rock I think I can put in there, but I miss my aquaponics system like there's no tomorrow because it was so beautiful watching things grow. Have I shown you guys any of that? Did I show you guys any of the aquaponics greenhouse? I don't remember if I have or not. But I'm hoping that once I get, I have another appointment next week. Oh God, I've got the colonoscopy coming up too on like I think it's 7th. But next week I get my eyes measured for my cataract implants. Um, so that's happening, as well as I have another appointment with my new doctor, and I have on the 4th, I believe it is. I have an appointment with the pain clinic, and they're going to give me some shots and all that good stuff again. So that'll be fun. Um, but what I'm hoping is after that pain clinic visit is that I'll be able to go fishing. I'll be able to be maneuverable enough to actually go fishing. So that's a big hope for me. Well, Cynthia, I would really appreciate that. Except if you came over, I would probably just light the whole backyard on fire and let it burn. You could just sit there and make sure it doesn't reach anybody else's house. It's the only good way to get rid of weeds. It's one of the things I'm going to do. Is I'm actually going to. One of my boys is going to be on hose standby, and I'm going to be teaching one of my other sons how to burn weeds safely. It's not legal in town, so I actually need to call the fire department, let them know what's going on, get approval from them. Um, we need to, obviously clean out areas across the fence line. That way the fence doesn't catch fire because it's wood, obviously. Yo, you got it, Debbie. Exactly. We're a big community, and word of mouth is a big thing, but just being kind to one another, you know, just being kind to one another. Everybody is so pissed off and mean anymore. You need to get there. It'll be hilarious if you shut up my front door with a hot shot outfit going, all right, let's do it. Fire. Hold on. Shut up, Beavis. There we go. I used to be able to do Beavis in my head really well, but no, I can't. It's really, oh, that's such a funny voice when I do that. You're sitting here talking, and it's like, man, what's going on, man? Dave's not here, man. Oh, you should see the equipment I've got. Oh, God dang, my nose is itching. Uh, no, I believe you have like probably the shit of equipment. I carry a latrine shovel, obviously that goes everywhere. I have a bug out bag, a get home bag in the Jeep, portable toolkit that's obviously always in the Jeep. Uh, there's fire extinguisher, food rations, water. I mean, we live in rural Colorado. When we drive somewhere, it's like it's literally an hour to the nearest hospital, no matter where you go. If you go out of town, and you never want to go to those hospitals, you want to go to a better one. So it's going to be another hour past that. Or if you, in the wintertime, all sorts of crap happens around here. I mean, I've been stranded on Highway 61 a number of times. So I learned from experience decades ago from living on the farm. Be prepared. There was always crap in my pickup people didn't understand. So yeah, and then I see my buddy's truck. Holy crap, he's way worse off than I am. Hell, he carries about 14 firearms in his pickup. They're all hidden too. It's like the ultimate concealed carry because if he gets into a firefight, he can pop different. He's literally got one of those beds on his truck that you can pop different panels and they pop out. And yank out different firearms or tools or whatever. It's hilarious. Wee clouds in the office. I got my own fog machine. One of your favorite Met alternatives? Hey man, Dave's not here, man. What in the app? Yeah, I'm gonna report this damn driver. I knew she was gonna do this to my wife. Holy crap! They're still at Bucky's, by the way. That they're not allowed to do that. So, especially if it's not lunchtime. He said, "No bueno, senor. You cannot do this." I have nothing to really talk about. I went through the news stories. Oh, here's something we can do. Um, have you guys ever watched uh, Roma? Roma is like probably the coolest chick on the planet when it comes to men's rights. Let me share screen.
When a man is getting abused by a woman, it's because he's weak. He's not strong enough. Strong enough for what? To not get abused? Clearly, did you know that statistically, the men who are larger, like bigger, stronger men, statistically do not hit their partners back like the most. They hit them the least. The least! Imagine being a fucking man. Be strong, be big, but also shut the fuck up about your own problems, and you're toxic if you're strong and big. Thank you.
I adore that woman. I honestly do because one of my best friends, who's a military veteran, who's not a big dude, by the way, not by any stretch of the means. He's like 5'8", 5'7", 5'8". He he was divorced a number of years ago, and his ex-wife was beating the living shit out of him. She was so psycho that she even did it while their two daughters were watching. He would stand there and take it. Never once hit her back. And the court system in Colorado is so corrupt that she got a order of protection on him, and he had to give up all of his firearms, which he's a veteran and a firearms collector. Needless to say, there was a 40-foot container full of firearms, ammunition, all the stuff, because we had a range out of it. We have a range out at his house, so it all had to leave for a short period of time while they were getting divorced. And it was a sad situation because he wasn't allowed to defend him. Men are not allowed to defend themselves against abusive women. However, women can abuse. Within the court's eye, you're not defending yourself. I mean, you're not being offensive. You're being defensive if you hit a man, no matter what the situation is. His ex-wife got away with it, and that just thrust my ass. Because he's one of the best people in the world that I know. He is so caring, so giving, you know, and I am so glad that he found his new wife because she is so sweet. You know, he's retired, medically retired, and he's just a really nice guy. He didn't deserve any of that. So, I don't know. Jesus Christ, I need to change this other camera, man. It really shows how fat I am. I don't know. What do you guys think about crap like that? I mean, I understand when women truly need to protect themselves. Yeah, I get it from abusive men, but abusive women, nobody talks about that hardly. It's like that dude that was. I don't know if you guys saw that video. I don't know where it's at right now, but there's a video of a live streamer beating the shit out of her boyfriend in the car live on stream, and luckily she was arrested, but she got away with it for some time because apparently that wasn't the first time it happened. Ow. Hey, I wonder if we're going to have any bad weather today. Let's go take a look. What is going on with my phone? Oh my God. Are you? Yeah, this driver needs to be fired. I don't know. Can you guys see this? Let me back out here. So she took my wife. She was in Denver, south of where she's at now, and now they're heading east from Loveland to where we live. That takes, and my wife just had an RFA done on her back. I'm not happy here because when my wife gets home, she's going to be in tears. People can talk shit about me all they want. You touch my wife or my children, and I swear to God. I know, Cynthia, it's fucked. It's fucked. It really is. And ironically, throughout history, some of the strongest fighters in the world were women. People don't recognize that. It's like I keep saying, I would vote for a woman president any day as long as she's going through menopause. Because everybody would be too afraid to start shit. Nobody's screwing with a woman going through menopause, guaranteed. And my wife swears to God that there's a men's menopause. I can't find any medical definition of this. I think it's just called a midlife crisis. I don't know. Sadly, I'm too broke to go through a midlife crisis. So if you all could donate money, I could go buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or just a Corvette, something of the sort. Why the heck is going on? I'm getting so many notifications. It's ridiculous. You know, I was actually considering, my wife are old enough, and my two youngest sons, one's 18, one's 16. They're down for it. We actually thought about selling the house, selling the property, selling everything, and getting an RV, one of the great big pusher RVs, like 48 footer, and just living in that sucker and just driving it all over the country. You know, equip that thing to where we can be self-sufficient and not have to pay for campgrounds. Just go to like archaic, places where you can camp. You know, have solar panels and generator and all that crap. But all right, I actually need to go take a quick bio break. So let me go find something to here to play because I don't know if I have anything uploaded. Here. Okay, I'm back. I don't know. I am just blah at the moment. There we go. So, man's favorite excuse: you can't do the job because of your monthly. I have a monthly, man. By the way, I don't know if y'all heard earlier. So I'm down 4 pounds this week. 4 pounds, 4 pounds, four. Um, so that seems to be this Mediterranean diet thing seems to be working. I hate it because Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, is fucking nasty. Whoever thought of that shit needs to. It's gross. It's salty. I don't like it. Yogurt is not meant to be salty. Oh yeah, Debbie, you're absolutely right. You know, You are absolutely 100% correct. The issue with that is depending on the state you're in, that could be considered domestic violence on both sides, and generally the man will get charged for it, regardless of the woman's reasoning for hitting him or abusing. The man will get charged for it. Especially in this day and age with the whole toxic masculinity bullshit. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. There is only masculinity and the lack of it, which is called a pussy. I won't mince what I refuse to mince words on that. I absolutely refuse because it irritates the living crap out of me that we have an entire, basically 2 generations now. Let me get my, hello, go full screen. Thank you. We have 2 full generations now of young men, and I mean young men by anybody about the under the age of 30 or 35, actually, I should say, that are completely lacking in testosterone. You know, I give fuck boys more credit than some of these men. And I can't even call them really men because they're not. They are so feminine and so drained of manliness that they're an insult. They honestly are. You know, you know. So I'll give you a good example. One of my older son's friends, years ago, I met this kid, and he wasn't gay, and I got no problem with gays, lesbians, trans. I don't care. I judge people based off of character, and if your character is so fucked up that you can't even say the fact that you are a male, okay, biologically you can't say that you're a male. This person was not gay, was not trans, straight male, straight Hispanic male of all things, not straight white male. This kid talked feminine. His girlfriend, you could literally tell she wore the pants in the family. Yeah, Cynthia, you definitely can. You can go to jail for throwing a french fry at your spouse. That's bullshit. It's called friendly play. You know, all's fair in love and war. But this kid was so whooped. He was so meek that I told him, I said, so here's what's going to happen is you're going to get tired of her being the boss and you're going to blow up one day and you're going to end up in jail. Guess what happened about 8 months ago? He is now sitting in jail. He snapped like no other snap I've ever heard of. At least he didn't unalive her. But he should have been manly enough to look at her and go, you and I don't mix. It's not even an oil and water type thing. We simply don't mix. It's like sand against a chalkboard. Or chalk against a chalkboard. Whatever. My brain's screwed up right now. He went to jail. He smacked the living crap out of her. And I told him, this is what happens when you remove masculinity from men is their psyche will eventually snap. They don't have any control over it. One of the best quotes I have ever heard was be a monster. Be a monster, learn how to train that monster and contain that monster. Because then only then can you call yourself a man. Because men are by nature monsters. And there's a reason for that. We're the protectors. We're the ones that, in general, and I'm not saying, like Cynthia, she's a firefighter, she's a badass. You know? Tell that to the person who actually went to jail for it. It was a woman. There's a video. Which one are you talking about, Cynthia? I lost track of how many things I've been bullshitting about. But men have to be monsters. There are women that are monsters too. And that saying doesn't always just mean men. It means people in general. Be a monster and learn how to control it. Oh, that one. Oh, okay. Shit, I didn't even know about that. Christ, that's messed up. Go to jail for throwing a French fry. Really? That's physical abuse. No, it's throwing a French fry. Get over yourself, you fucking pussy. Our law enforcement is being used for far too much stupid shit these days. Chat, if you don't mind, I am this thing with going on with my wife. This driver's just like got me on edge because if they're willing to take them their clients that far out of the way, that means they're willing to break all the rules. And I'm actually watching this on Life 360. They're doing 90 right now. This person's getting reported when my wife gets home safe and sound. I'm going to report this driver because this is not kosher with me. And it's kind of freaking me out because with some of these public transport drivers, there's a lot of, crazy drivers out there, and some of them that we know match the crazy. And apparently this one is too. So I'm going to sit back. I'm going to have a nice little smoke while we chit chat. And if anybody wants to come on, it's an open panel. So as a matter of fact, here, let's invite, copy the link. There we go. Open panel. And let me pin this to the top. There we go. Ow. Oh, but yeah, anyway. So, I don't. This whole thing with the way our court system works anymore and the differences between the states, that's just bothersome to me because the states are annoying because domestic abuse and domestic violence laws aren't the same from state to state. Yeah, literally, Cynthia, I'm reporting this because this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm watching on my phone right now. They just hit 93 miles an hour. That's no bueno for me. She just had an RFA done yesterday and today. You guys don't know what RFA is basically microwave burning nerve endings. So it doesn't hurt so damn bad. But for the initial couple of days, you're damaging tissue. You're burning tissue. It hurts like a bitch. I am not a happy man right now about this. But I'm just going to keep an eye on it, and we'll see how things go. So now I'm going to start acting like LC because other than the drinking, because that's where we're at right now. I have lost track of the topics. I have no idea what's going on. I need to get another Alexa to put in here so I can really screw with my lighting. But yeah, up above me here, I need another light because I've got a lamp right here that's shining down, and unfortunately, it's giving me a little bit of a. It's giving my forehead a little bit of a glare. Thank you, Debbie. I will definitely. Yeah, it's bullshit. The thing is they're in the handicap van, and I know that thing's got a forward-facing camera, and it'll tell you when you're speeding and when you're off route. How the hell they're getting? She must have disabled the damn thing. This driver must have, because there is no way in hell that thing would not be reporting back to their main office going, they're not on route. So you know what? Here, let's let me do this. I'm gonna open up another window right over here, and we're going to open up Google Maps. You Gwabble? Gwabble? Holy crap. Google Maps. Chat, I am having such a hard time typing today. All right, so we're going to go from Longmont, Colorado, to Loveland, Colorado. It's 1 hour, 50 minutes without traffic. So 30 minutes is bullshit. And now she's going from Loveland. So Loveland, Colorado, to Yuma, Colorado. So instead of a 2 hour and 45-minute drive, it's going to be a total of 4 hours, 10 minutes to get my wife home. Wow. Just because the driver wanted to go to Buc-ee's. Well, I'm not really exactly that pissed. I'm just irritated because yesterday she came home in tears from a normal drive with a driver we trust. I can't imagine what she's going to be like getting home now. This is bullshit. This is a brand new driver too. Not the same driver as I was supposed to have yesterday, but they have two new drivers. This is the other one. Supposedly this chick is pretty cool. However, I think she's a little too cool for school because she can't follow the damn rules. We have rules for a reason. God damn, I'm sounding like more like a constitutionalist. Oh yeah, I am a constitutionalist. Laws are there for a reason, jackass. Stop breaking the law, asshole. Oh Lord, my God. So I need stream ideas. I need stream ideas, people. I am struggling with creating content because everybody's doing the whole news thing is cool and all, but there's only so much news to go around, right? And if I get into the political side of things, all sorts of shit will go down. I will be canceled before I can even get started. Guaranteed. Because I will piss off every liberal, every millennial, every Gen Z there are. Oh, hell, I'll piss off boomers. Because Gen X's opinion is the only one that matters at that point. I mean, I'm talking really old boomers, like 90s. Like Nancy Pelosi. Can that broad just fall into a lake and not come back up, please? This is the greatest comb over ever, man. Hold on. My name's Daryl. This is my other brother, Daryl. This is my other brother, Daryl. I didn't even see you there. Hold on, Cynthia. Hold on. It didn't ding for me. What the hell is going on? Guys, here's Cynthia.
Good
Hello?
morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Hey, I'd be fired at 2 over this.
It's bullshit, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And have a box of Kleenex ready when she gets home.
Well, so they tell her to take Valium before the RFAs and then Valium after the RFA, right? The problem is
Yes.
Valium only makes you sleep. It doesn't take care of the pain, but you're not supposed to mix Valium and Percocet, which she's on. So
Oh,
she can.
no.
So it's either she gets one or the other. I'm like, this is bullshit. We've done this numerous times, so we know the scenario. I know how to take care of her when when she has these things done. I can't get them done for some reason because RFAs don't work on me. I've had both sides burnt like 6 times now. They don't work. They last a week and then it's all back.
I'll tell you, in the pain game, you have to make choices. You have to keep track of what's being prescribed. Don't depend on them. Whip out
Yep,
an English
absolutely.
version of a PDR, and don't be afraid to ask questions of everybody.
Yep. See, we're actually glad because the place that she had to go get the RFAs done, like I said, it's 3 hours away. And this driver added another hour to the drive home. So
Oh.
it's 4 hours. How could you be that irresponsible? I don't care if you wanted to go to the brand new Bucky's or not.
Wait a minute. The driver wanted to go to Bucky's and your
Yes,
wife is
it
in
was.
this condition?
Yes,
Whip, I'd be whipping out the poo-poos.
the driver, this new driver, this new lady driver. Like I said, there are 2 new drivers, and the one I had yesterday that I refused to go with because she made me late anyway. And then this new one that my wife is with, and two. Cat, when I called my wife, I put everybody in mute. I said, "Does your driver know that you're an hour out of the way?" She's like, "Well, it was only like 30 minutes." Well, no, according to the map, it's an hour. It's 50 minutes. That's without traffic, by the way. And she's like, "Well, she wanted to go to Bucky's," and I'm like, "That's irresponsible as hell."
Is this
And
a
she did it
brand
while
new
my
company?
wife was sleeping the whole way. She had no idea.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, holy shit.
Was she afraid to say no? I want to go home?
I don't know. I mean, she's also, in a lot of pain. So, when you're in a lot of pain, your brain doesn't very well work.
No, it doesn't.
It's, I don't know. This kind of crap to me, it just needs to stop. You know, Go- Out here in the middle of nowhere, we have far too much of this crap. Honestly, we do. I'm trying to figure out where the hell they're at now. Oh, they're on 34 coming home.
What speed are they going now?
Well, they're going through Greeley, so they're doing 55 because they're in town. That's the speed limit. You get caught in going through Greeley, Colorado, at more than 55 miles an hour, and you're not talking a ticket. It's usually an arrest. And because
Even I can't.
these are federal vehicles, so
I can't wait till she gets back through the door.
oh, I can guarantee when she gets home, I'll have to get, regardless, I'll have to get off stream and go get the ice packs and everything because she will be crying her eyes out, and then I will be calling up the place, and I'm just going to just smack the hell out of this person verbally.
Wish I could be a fly on the wall for that one. You know,
You never know.
I
I may
live
record it because I usually my phone usually records all my conversations, but for some reason the cloud service that I use is not functioning. So
hey, I'm putting in, I'm getting rid of my internet company in about a week and going with a different one that I know is going to keep things up and running. I mean, I'm buffering all over the place.
that's no bueno.
Yeah. And the whips and chains this morning was kind of an inside joke from Shizzy's channel. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But I had to play off of it a little bit. Jeez.
I know. And that's what chat's for.
Because anytime, especially anytime when a woman mentions whips and chains, it sparks images in a man's head. And those images actually scare the shit out of me. Because I'm not into that kind of crap.
Neither am I.
I don't like being beat or beating people.
I live by don't give people an opportunity to be entitled stupid.
Yeah,
I
well, and
think that's what
I
you're
don't.
dealing with this morning.
I am a natural control artist. 'Cause I like having control over my own life, and especially my own brain. And that's one of the reasons I don't like drinking, because when you drink too much, you lose control of your head completely. Drugs do the same thing. But I have okay, so this was before I met my wife, and this was an oddity for the farm town I grew up in. We went to a party, and there were teenagers there, and they had hired two dominatrixes.
That's experimental, kind of early in life.
That scared the living crap out of me and all the burly guys in the place. I think by the time everybody, all the real men left, all that was left was the guys that liked being controlled.
Well, that got sorted out real quick.
I mean, well, so when me and my buddies, whenever we'd go to a party, we'd stay for like an hour, then we'd take all the alcohol.
Can
Yeah,
I tell you a true story?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody or even you've heard of it. Fireplace Olympics here in the California.
No.
That's where we get together once a year up in Mammoth and down in Orange County. And I don't know if there's still every other year in San Francisco. It's been a while. But I was on that committee the first year up in Mammoth. It was the early 80s. It was late 70s, where for the first time we had women competing in downhill. So, yeah. And after the day's events, we gather up in the warming hut. And there's hospitality. We pass out the awards, and then the hospitality continues. Well, after we passed out the awards, we bailed. And I'm in the shower at the condo, and I hear this several times, and I thought, what in the world? So that's me, no bathrobe in sight, wrap the towel around my self. I'm dripping wet. I open the door, and I've got Dave McCoy, the owner of Mammoth Mountain, the warming hut manager, Mono County sheriffs, and I don't even remember who the others were. And they said, you're canceled. And I'm like, what? So I decided to invite them in and got them comfortable. And then I went to the other condo in the towel. And yeah, you guys need to fix whatever this is. And I get back there with them. And my captain goes, maybe you should go get dressed. And I just looked at him and I said, I ain't missing this for anything. And what had happened was the hospitality, the mountain is in charge of dispensing. And I guess it was tequila night. And they ran out of the mixings for the tequila and started dispensing straight tequila. And we're not really sure who insulted who, but a bench went through the top window of the warming hut. So yeah, I could understand why they were a little cranky. I'd be cranky too. So discussion was had, and what we wound up doing was turning in all the alcohol for sandwiches and beer and wine from that point on. So I'm out doing what I have to do within the hut and over at the main lodge. And I'm noticing that people are carrying garbage can lids, bat masks, taped up brooms, etc. And I'm thinking, what is going on? Well, we announced that night that party was going to be a little more low key. After the awards, there'll be some hot spice wine and, not hot spice wine, but beer and sandwiches and wine, and for 1 hour. And so we passed out the awards, and the partitions came open, and the mountain employees were dressed in riot gear. So it was forgiven on both sides. Yeah. They did have a sense of humor, but I have no idea after all these years how far out of control or under control it's gotten. But I have fond memories of Fireplace Olympics, and that's just a taste of the shenanigans.
Wow. Yeah. Sounds like a fun time.
Oh, it was every year. And when I lived up there, I would take the week off from ski patrol and drive a motorhome full of firefighters. I was a designated driver. That's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah. My buddies and I, we were like, there was like 5 of us that were the biggest guys in our high school. And small town, every party had alcohol in it. When the cops would rarely show up when it got too rowdy, they would simply confiscate the alcohol and then go drink it themselves. Um, you know, right after shift or something. But my buddies and I, we used to just go to all the preppies, and when they throw their parties, take all their alcohol. So we were actually doing a community service.
Hey, Debbie in the chat there, don't feel bad. I missed over half a shizzy this morning too, and
I missed
a little
most.
bit of Mo.
I didn't even make most because I was too busy getting this room ready. I was like, oh crap, I forgot.
Hey, you surprised me because I thought you were gonna do this in slow mode because
Well, I am. I mean, this room is not even close to being done. We got it cleared out. You should see my living room. It looks like a tornado hit it. There are boxes and containers and totes everywhere.
Hey, you're in transition.
We decided that I told my wife, I said, so when everybody's ready, we're going to sit down, we're going to sort through this stuff, and fill up the dumpster because I'm tired of having this much crap. And she's like, okay, because it's not all mine. It's a lot of it's, stuff from the kitchen that she was just putting away that she doesn't use very often, like, extra pots and pans for holidays. I'm like, we have storage in the mudroom for this. I have a shed out back. We can put it in totes and put it out there.
It's hard when you're looking at your life to let go. That's what I'm dealing with right now. I'm looking at all the years of everything and what was in 3 houses, and I'm just like going, I think I need to downsize. Where do I begin?
Yeah, well, we've
It's
been in
hard.
this house for 21 years. And, well, we've owned this house for 21 years, I should say. No, no, been in it. Because, yeah, never mind. We've been in it for 21 years. Um, but, so we've gained a lot of crap. When you move into a house, you just start collecting and collecting and collecting. Well, my thing has always been, um, my outdoorsman stuff, my pew pew stuff, and my computers and the electronics. And I got rid of almost all the computers and electronics like 2 years ago. Um, but I found out I have a lot more. I have a lot more stuff to get rid of. And my wife, she will literally hoard kitchen stuff. Because it's like, oh, that one cake pan that she likes to use once a year.
I get it. I mean, I because of firefighting, I had literally that and the husband. We had 3 different residences going. So when this house was brought on board and the rest of them were shut down, I'm looking at enough kitchen stuff to open up a restaurant twice over.
Yeah, that's
And
about where
I
we're sitting.
love my toys. So so they're just sitting there and I'm not using them. It's kind of overwhelming. So I've started this past week choices tossing.
Yeah, well, like in our house, we've got a number of this. I think we got 3 slow cookers because we used to have, large garden parties and stuff out back, you know, and we'd feed, all of our friends and everything. So we'd have barbecue, and then the slow cookers would have like, pulled pork and what have you in them. And anymore, we don't have that, especially since COVID, we don't have anybody over hardly. So we're just sitting here going, what are we doing with all this crap? Especially now that we have an air fryer and an Instapot. We don't even use our oven anymore, hardly.
Oh, I haven't touched the stove and the oven or microwave since I moved in here.
It's like, okay, I mean, the air fryer and the Instapot, you can get any meal you want done in almost instantaneous time.
I just bought a new air fryer completely instead of having like the plastic. Yeah, this puppy is it's finally after got over 40 years, they finally got their act together again. It's complete glass. It's an
Really?
air fryer, and I jumped on that. Also own remember the Galloping Gourmet that may have been I
Hmm.
don't know. Yeah, he came out with the first glass air fryer, which was rather expensive at the fair, but I bought one anyway. I mean, you can do just about anything in it, but I wanted something for the counters so that I didn't have to go break it out of the closet and deal with it. And they're actually more easy to clean up than the plastic ones. You don't have to use liners or anything. You know, you just literally wash it in the sink and you're done. With the other air fryers, you can't do that.
See, we've got a front door opening double stack air fryer,
Hmm.
and it's just got 2 wire racks in it. And that thing is a absolute nightmare to clean.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm actually going to be doing this weekend. I'm going to be taking it out back and covering up as many of the electronics as I possibly can and taking the pressure washer to the damn thing. It no matter how clean you get it, you can't get the grease out. It just does not come out.
Uh, little FYI, might want to investigate this before you 100% my suggestion. Uh, my husband found this recipe on the internet, and that was to put like the racks into a really big bag, not some sissy bag, but a good thick one,
Hmm.
and put some ammonia in there, tie it up, tie it up, and come back 24 hours later, and we just hosed it off. It was done. And then
The
he,
racks for it are
pardon?
actually clean. The racks are actually
Yeah,
clean.
but what I'm getting at
Yeah.
is I just recently, excuse me, saw something, it was a YouTube video about it, where you can put a combination of something, stick it in the oven, close the door, and come back and just wipe it out. And I'm thinking on a small scale, maybe that would be easier than a sandblaster.
Well, it's not
I'll
a
check it
pressure
out and get
washer.
back to you. I'll check it
Pressure
out
wa-
and
that,
get back to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Or pressure washer too.
I mean, I got a sandblaster, but I wouldn't use that on. I use pressure washer, water type.
Make a
But
video.
oh, well, I'm actually going to be taking that out, and I'm taking my mini fridge out that we store our drinks in. Because you know how the freezers and the mini fridges constantly freeze up.
Yep.
Mine's been frozen for 3 years.
I'm
Saves on
power washing
electricity.
that too.
Oh, that thing, yeah, we're just gonna let it set out in the sun and drain, and it's gonna get power washed because I'm gonna paint it again. It was this really nasty cream color that when I got it, and I'm like, I don't like that, so I spray painted it black, and over time, that black paint just came off because I didn't use primer, and I was like, well, I should have used primer, but scuffed sanded it and primed it, which I'll do this time. But what color should I paint this room?
I don't know. First of all, I'm somebody who goes for colors that don't cause anger. So I go pretty much like a cool color. And I'm not talking about, pink or anything like that, but something that, I mean, a lot of people like purple, but there's all different kinds of shades out there. There's all kinds of shades of green. It's just a matter of lighting and personal preference.
Yeah, so this room is we repainted it, and this is just a barn red that I had at the time, and it fit the mood when I had all my wood furniture in here. Because I had the soft accent lighting and everything. It looked good, but all that's out in the living room with my other
Well,
desk.
look
So
at it this way. You're the one who's got to sit there in it. So you're the one who needs to be
yeah,
comfortable
I have to
doing
figure out
it.
what color to paint this place. I have no idea. I like darker colors, especially when you do streaming. It's like when I turn the light off now, I look way better now than
Yes,
I
you
do with
do.
the lights on. So, because it's not as drowned out.
Things are a
But
little more defined as well. You
yeah,
look better on camera that way.
yeah. And I'm just trying to figure out what color this room would go well with. I'm not sure yet. And I got to order some new blackout curtains too, because I only had one extra blackout curtain, and then I've got the other window on the other side here that needs to be covered too. Until I get these eyes fixed, the sun just does not agree with me.
I'm actually counting the days till you get started on that. I'm
Oh,
so happy that you're able to go and do that.
so here's the funny part: is the eye surgeon he's a really cool dude. He's the brother of another regular doctor in the area, and I know the doctor really well. He works at the hospital about 30 minutes away, and he's a really good guy, but he's like overly booked, so I couldn't get him as a normal doctor. But so his brother practices like in like 14 different cities around the area because there's a shortage of optical surgeons around here. Well, the only opening time that he had for the right eye is I have to go to St. Francis. I'm like, Jesus, that's, it's in a different state. My insurance, well, luckily, I found out my insurance will cover it because of he's a traveling surgeon. But in the way he bills, he doesn't, you don't get billed from the hospital. You get billed directly from him, and then he pays the hospital. And he's based in Colorado. So luckily that covers it. But then my next surgery the next month, I got to go to Greeley, Colorado, which is 2 hours away.
Who's driving?
Actually,
Not
my
this
son is.
company.
My
What?
my oldest son is going to be picking me up because I'm not trusting anybody else to drive me when I don't
Yeah,
have
good
time.
choice.
So I don't actually trust him to drive either, but he's safer than anybody else I know.
At least you'll get there on time.
Yes, yeah, I'll get there on time, and I'll actually have somebody that takes responsibility and to make sure I get home. They say you're supposed to be able to see properly just immediately afterwards, but your eyes are itchy and you're going to want to sleep. So I'm probably going to pass out. And I only trust family to drive me when I'm sleeping. I've never trusted a stranger.
I agree
Not
with you on that
once.
one.
Uh, I went on a road trip with a buddy of mine who's a trucker, and this dude's never been into an accident in his entire life, and I still couldn't sleep.
You got home safely, right?
Yeah, we got home safe, but I mean, I was exhausted. Hey, to me, it's a whole control thing. And since then, I've learned, you cannot control your environment no matter how hard you try. But it's still that mindset that, I need to be in control. That way, because normally I will drive everywhere. But since I've not been able to see very well, and I definitely can't see in the sun or at night, it's like, okay, well, you got to step back and let somebody else take the wheel, which is really hard.
I am so independent and so used to helping other people. It's been hard for me to step back and say, okay, I accept help. I mean, that's wow. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I'm that same way. My wife complains all the time. She goes, "You are broken. You need help." And I'm like, "I will get my ass up and I will do it, no matter how much it hurts." And she's now started being very forceful. Like in forceful is calling my sons out, going, "Make sure your dad sits his butt down."
Good for her.
And I'm like, "Dang it,
Thank you, Debbie, for your comment.
yeah." Oh my.
It's hard to accept help when you are not something you normally do.
Oh,
It's
yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me because I have been independent my entire life. I've been, I have that old school mindset, especially in the family, that the man is supposed to be the one that provides. And then when my body started breaking down and I wasn't able to do the things that I was normally able to do, I was like, okay, I can't do this right now. I'm trying, and I've been working my butt off to try to make sure, to get to that point where I can. And it's just one setback after another, and it just kicks you in the psyche that you can't be as independent as you want, as you're used to. It sucks.
it just it you're so used to having that independence, and
Mhm.
even though I'm a woman, for a man, that's crushing.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I
You
mean,
probably
uh,
felt guilty over it too.
for I still feel guilty to a point, but for the longest time, I'll admit it probably put me into a depression that I didn't want to admit to.
It's hard to
But
admit that as well.
I have finally come to the realization that I cannot do the things that I once did, and if I can do them, I can only do them for a very short period of time. Well, my wife has got her own physical issues, and that's what makes me feel even worse. Is because and the hard part is she's getting the help that she needs. She's always gotten the help that she needs, and I tend to get screwed over by the medical industry.
Yeah, we could talk about that because I have been too. I finally had to
uh,
take my own health care into my own hands.
yeah, well, that's essentially what I'm having to do, and I, almost 30 years of this nonsense, and I got tired of it. I'm like, you know what? I am 3 years away from 50 years old. I want to live till I'm at least 80 or 85. Standard age here. If I make it to 90 or 100, I'll be just ecstatic that, I'll just be a raunchy old man. But at this point in my life, I want to enjoy my life. And that's just getting to me at this point, it's not even being able to go back to work. It's just being able to wake up in the morning. And even if I have to take medication or what have you, have a level of comfort instead of just the agonizing pain that I'm always dealing with. And I have learned to mask that pain very, very well. So a lot of people don't understand that, like right now, I'm sitting here, it's driving me nuts. That's why you guys keep sending me, I keep readjusting and moving because I can't sit, it hurts too much to sit. But I just want that quality of life enhancement. That's it, just a little bit. Even if I end up sitting in a wheelchair, I'll be happy as long as I can go do some of the things that I used to do, like go fishing. You know, I got a buddy of mine who's got a track chair that he doesn't need any longer. He told me I'm more than willing to use it if I need it. Well, until I can get that pain released, doesn't do me any good. Can't go hunting with that.
I'll tell you, pain will take you out every time. And I you and I need to have a chat. There's just the entire, how should I put this, healthcare system has turned into a circus. And when I say I've had to take care, of the whole thing myself, I've wound up being a ringmaster for myself,
Hmm.
my own advocate, which pisses them off, but that's on them. And pain knocked me down to the point where I couldn't function. I was so depressed. But the realization that that's what's happened to you doesn't come right away. Your head's still trying to get wrapped around, why am I not able to?
Yeah.
And on the way down that road, until you reach the realization that, one, it's not your fault, you didn't do anything wrong, what are you going to do about it? And you do the best you can.
Yeah. Well, so I've had these back issues and the pain issues starting since I was about 15 years old. Everybody's heard that story already. But what I usually don't tell people is when I was 25, I went to a doctor at St. Mary's Hospital in Grand Junction where my wife and I were living. And I went through 2 days of tests and everything. And he looks at me about a week later and calls me in to give the results. And this is one of those doctors where you actually got to sit down with the dude, and actually talk with him. You don't find too many doctors like that anymore. But we sit down in his office and he goes, "You're not going to walk in 5 years."
If you can
Ring.
give me a minute, sir, I apologize.
Good. You're good.
Hang on a second, okay?
I'll hang.
I think,
What's fun? See, Debbie, that's actually one of my biggest fears right now with my migraines that I get on a daily basis. I've had this feeling that there is a tumor in my gut and a tumor in my head. And I'll find out about the gut shortly because I've got the whole camera up the rear thing coming pretty soon, the first week of June. And then next week, when I talk to my doctor, my new doctor that I started going to, uh, I'm going to tell her that I need some scans up here. We need to find out what's going on, why I'm getting these headaches, whether there's lesions, whether it's MS. Because a lot of the symptoms I have match MS. They also match all sorts of other things. It's like, well, okay, I just want an answer. You know, um, the only good news that I've had recently is the blood tests. I don't have prostate cancer, so that's a nice one. And I feel for you. I honestly do. I mean, I was my wife's caretaker for 10 years after she had congestive heart failure. She was unable to take care of herself for the most part. So, um, even working, I still had to take care of her, and I understand that position, and I'm also very thankful that I was able to take care of her and make sure she stuck around because now her heart is back to 100% function. She worked that hard on it, so that's awesome. She just got that news about 2 weeks ago. I love hearing stories like this where it because it's heartwarming. It's people taking care of people, taking care of your loved ones, and it's not a heartache. And that's the thing that people need to understand. It's not a heartache for you to take care of others and others to take care of you, but it is an adjustment, especially when you're independent. I have never had anybody take care of me my entire life. My parents didn't take care of me. They loved me. What my mom did, my stepdad, I could give a shit less about. But my step siblings, they love me. Nobody ever took care of me. That's the way I was raised. Is you wanted something done, you took care of it yourself. You And if you needed something, you took care of it yourself. If you weren't there for dinner when mom fixed it, well, you made yourself your own dinner because she wasn't gonna. Even if there was leftovers, you weren't allowed to eat it. You had to fix your own stuff. And there's a lot of us that are that way, and that's the community that I'm trying to create is regardless of age or experience or generation, um, just coming together with similar experiences, you know, and it's not just medical, but it's everybody's got similar experiences that we can play off of, and well, hopefully everybody. I'm honestly not sure about the whole millennial thing because I don't know too many smart millennials, honestly. I mean, they're smart ones, but not common sense smart. Put it that way. And I don't mean to insult them. It's just it's one the way a lot of them were raised, and two the way the educational institutions screwed our kids up. No matter how well we raised them. Oh, I think I've got it. Man, these things making it. This is making a really nice cloud today. Oh, I raised the power level up. That's why. Didn't even notice. I'm going to go grab a quick cup of coffee, guys. I'm just going to leave this going here. I'll be right back. Alrighty, Tammy Bogard. How you doing, girl? How the heck are you? Hi. Here, we will. Cynthia, just let me know when you're back. We're gonna throw you back down here. Give her some privacy, just to ensure that stuff happens. How's my eye? My eye. Nothing's happened to my eye. They're still here. Ow. Oh God. Ow. We're just chit chatting, having a little bit of a time, having some fun. Message me in private chat or throw me a message, Cindy, when you're back. You just got home from the store and you're ready to get drunk? Sounds good to me. I need a little bit bigger size glasses. They push into my head. I have another set of frames, but I don't want to have those redone because they have a particular prescription in them and they're very expensive. So, but I can't see out of them currently. Excuse me. Well, no alcohol for me. Who's going to drink all of our alcohol if none of us drink? Maybe we need to send it all to Baker or Valhalla. You know what? That's what we should do. We should go check on these guys, see what's going on. Let's see if there's anybody on. Nope. Nope. Wait, Valhalla's on? No, he's doing the Karen Reed case. Lazy bastards aren't even awake, I bet. I'm just getting headaches. It's like it starts right here, it wraps around, and then comes back up, and then goes behind my temples and then behind my eyes. I've been told that is called a cluster migraine. Hey, let's check and see. I think my wife is watching because she just messaged me saying that they're going to Greeley to avoid bumps. To avoid bumps. That road is worse than I-76. Come on now. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. What the frick? Well, she's now about an hour and 30 minutes from the house. They've been speeding. We can give it to Debbie. You're a tequila baby? You know what tequila does to women, right? Good Lord, Mama's got her boobs out, showing everybody in town. follow what the hells? I follow what the hells. What the hells? I'm actually glad to see Jeremy starting to get a little bit of his sense of humor back, which means he's relaxing a little bit, which is nice. He's a cool dude. Um, you know, I put that post up on Facebook, and my God, it created a freaking firestorm of dumbasses. I even said in there, it's not to bash Jeremy. I was just simply worried about the dude, because you could see it in his eyes on that last live stream, uh, where he was, he kind of snapped at George and it was rude. And I'm like, you could see it. He needed a break. So I'm glad he's getting a little bit of that, because the last thing he needs is more bullshit going on. People accusing him of crap, like all the fucking Lynette crap going on. Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, you have to remember, Jeremy is the king of clickbait. And I love it because it makes you come back. It makes you come back. He's the king of clickbait, and I love it. Because every time he starts talking about a topic, he goes, I'll talk about more about that later. He doesn't say when later is. Later could be 6 months from now. But then he'll post in the community tab, boom, removing Judge Grudge. And we'd have, sometimes we'll get like 30 seconds of that. And then the rest of it's other stuff. But he did talk about it. There's such corruption in the Florida court systems. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've been following some other cases out of Florida. Florida is, by the way, crazy. Everybody in Florida is absolutely insane, especially the criminals, because the criminals, the prosecution, all the attorneys, the judges, they're all nuts. Because there are people that get away with shit that should not get away. What the hell? What is going on? Why? I don't know. But it's all good in the hood because um, hopefully he will get all this crap taken care of, and we will get some bad judges and crap removed from the bench in Florida. Because I mean, it's not just Jeremy that's got problems with some of these judges. There are a lot of these community judges in Florida that think they are fucking God, and they don't. So, and I'll admit, recently I haven't been watching a lot because I've been trying to focus on other things, and I've been getting caught up in one thing or another, and it. I mean, I'll give you guys an example. I'm working with another creator. Possibly we haven't nailed down the specifics yet about doing some sort of co-stream type thing because he is actually a urban homesteader. He actually has a homestead in the middle of Detroit. And we're talking about doing a cooperative thing about, um, you know, him showing how he's doing it compared to how I would do it in Colorado and get my backyard transformed and do the actual homestead it used to be. Because, yeah, we got chickens. I've got greenhouse. We've got gardening area, the whole jazz in the back. Problem is that it's all trashed right now because I haven't been able to do crap for 3 years or almost 4. So, with some help, I'm going to get the backyard cleaned up and show them how it's done. The thing is I got to raise some funds for that because I need lumber, a lot of lumber. Because I'd like to actually bring my aquaponics greenhouse back. Instead of planting in the ground, show people how it's done with fish and how to do it on the cheap. So it is possible to do it using scavenged materials. All you got to do is buy a pump and some tubing and some PVC. The problem is I need a new pump and I need new tubing and I need new PVC. Farming and gardening is in my blood. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think we lost Cynthia altogether. I'm not sure where she went. So, but I mean, I'm hoping we can do some sort of collab on that and play off of each other's strengths because I know he's got strengths that I don't have, and I've got strengths that he doesn't have. Because we've talked a lot. So, and he's not a huge YouTuber, but he has a fairly decent following. I think he's like 35,000. So was I. I love farms. Farming is one of my greatest passions. When my mom married my stepdad, we moved out to the country to a little 14-acre farm, mini farm, and we raised everything out there under the sun: sheep, goats, cattle, horses, rabbits, chickens, pigs, and we had pasture. Some of that, half of the property was pasture. And my stepdad and I, he taught me how to be a cowboy. And from the age of about 6 years old, because I was 5 when we moved there, I had about a year to get settled. And from about 6 up until I was 16, I played cowboy, 3 lots and 2 different ranches. And we're talking old school cowboy because we used to do the cattle drives. We would do cattle drives from just north of Fort Morgan, Colorado, up into Wyoming to Laramie. Laramie or Casper, I don't remember. One of the two. It's been a long time ago. It was a 2-week trip. So, but it was fun. I love doing it. I would give anything to be able to sit on a horse for 8 hours a day again. Fire. Fire meets world. World burned. Christ almighty, I've been on for 2 hours, 18 minutes. I don't know what the hell's going on with me today. I actually had no. I I threw up some news articles for earlier, and I had no plan on what to stream. I'm just sitting, this is the new stream room. The lights are off right now, other than the key lights, and we've just been chatting. So I hope your day is going pretty well, Tammy. I do appreciate you being here because you're an awesome person. Tammy and Debbie and Cindy. Wait, I only have women following me. Luckily, my wife's not jealous. She knows that I wouldn't do anything stupid. So, Debbie, that's your neighboring bordering city. I am so sorry. Detroit. I have never been to Detroit in person. I've had a friend of mine give me a virtual drive-through over. I think it was Facebook Messenger video a couple years back, and I was just like, God damn, such a beautiful town, just turned to crap. Tammy, let's see what we got here. Got left at home on a Saturday morning and I went to do a check on some of our female pigs and found 4 of the 5 were having piglets, bacon bits. Had to deliver until they got home. That's actually fun. Watching animals give birth is awesome because the cycle continues. It's truly a humbling experience. Well, you're most welcome. I mean, all the hugs you give me, how can I not think you're awesome? Oh, Justin, sorry. You're over on Kick, and the stream title didn't update. Sovereign Citizen was a couple weeks back. It was like a week or so ago. Sovereign Citizen, Sovereign Citizens, people that think that they don't have to follow the U.S. law. They're above and beyond it. I should probably change that eventually. How are you doing today, Justin? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I am just chilling right now. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. That is awesome. That is awesome, my friend. Ew, that's gross, Tammy. I'm yeah. I'm not sure you guys can reply to Kick streamers, can the Kick viewers? I don't know. I don't remember how any of this works anymore. My brain is completely fried, and just reminded myself I'm actually getting kind of hungry. Yeah, it's like with birth uh, when you're birthing cows. When you're birthing calves, it is actually really a sad and a gruesome thing when they get breached because yeah, chat, kick chat, Justin. Everybody in YouTube chat says hi, but it I have had to remove in the most gruesome ways calves from cows because a breech birth, if you can't turn them, you're going to kill mama and the baby. So there's only one way to pull them out. And if you know, you know. If you don't, I ain't saying it on stream because that'll get me canceled. But I'll tell you what, there was one cow. I remember this very, very well because it was the first time that I had ever jumped a 6.5 foot fence from the ground. I ain't kidding you. My stepdad laughed his ass off. We were working a feedlot, and we had a cow. Uh, we have a cat on a cow on the ground. She was giving birth, and my stepdad made me reach in there and turn that thing around because she was having a tough time. They just had two legs that were kind of in the wrong direction, and you know, got the calf out, and Mama jumped up to take care of calf, and I'd never seen a mama cow that protective before. She charged at me with the rage of a 1,200 pound bull, or 2,000 pound bull, I should say. I ran and leaped from ground all the way over. High jump that some bitch. Landed on my back. My stepdad just started laughing. I swear to God, my horse was laughing too. It was it was funny. I was like 9 years old when that happened, and I learned from then on that just throw a rope around Mama's neck, and, loosely tie her to the pen. Never had that problem again. We did have one cow at that same feedlot about, that was about 6 months to a year later. But um, she escaped and was determined to apparently make it to Mexico, except for she was heading north. She escaped. There was a neighboring feedlot, and she went all the way through that feedlot. And from there, she went into the open field. Well, I'm chasing her on my horse. My stepdad gets into his pickup, and he's doing 100 miles plus an hour through a field with divots, and I mean, he's just beating himself to death. And I took a shortcut and came back around, and it was a mile and a half before we got that damn cow. And the only reason we got her, she got stuck in a creek. That was just, it was horrible. I'm like, you damn thing. Why did you want to escape that badly? Oh, yeah, because you're going to be eaten soon. Oh, man. I'm going to have to bring my other chair in because this one is not comfy. It's a little bit more comfy than my chair, but it's very narrow. She wanted the exercise or something. I don't know. Maybe she wanted to make more leaner ground beef. Why is Dream Elements just saying him a gift? Him a gift? Him a gift. I don't know. By the way, everybody, you can donate to the stream. All those links are in the description. They should be anyway. If they're not, then I'll fix it later. But I do have throne.com / Captain Kern. Or I do have my Amazon wish list posted, and I just updated it with lots of cheap stuff like filament for the 3D printers. And I will have the 3D printers cameras going. So next stream, we can play with the printers and have some fun. That's going to be all sorts of a good time. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this point. I'm actually getting quite hungry, and I think I need my afternoon meds because I'm starting to hurt way, way worse. So, what I think we're going to do is I think I'm going to. I wish I could do a redirect, but you have to have the 500 subs in order to do a redirect. And I'm not there yet. What am I at? 87, 85? I don't know. I don't even keep track of that anymore. It's somewhere at the top of the screen. What's Tammy say? Debbie says, I'm a city girl, but there are many farms around us. You know what? You need to go spend some time at a farm. It's the most peaceful thing in the world. You're just sitting there listening to the cows. It's great. I love it. Tammy says, sounds like two steers that we had broke out of the pasture and went down the road. The farmer, they came back right into the pasture. Sometimes they just got to take a walk, experience new things. We had we had turkeys at one time. Tim, I will do that. But I got to tell you the story real quick. We had turkeys when I was young for a little while, and we decided those were a pain in the ass and didn't want them anymore. We let them out of the pen one by one so we could package them for the freezer for Thanksgiving. If you know what I'm saying. We had one turkey who we tried to unalive, and by the work of beheading, and he ran a quarter of a mile down the highway before we caught him. It was gruesome, but probably the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life. Rabbits do the same thing, by the way. And if you are having some fun, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and hit that like because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And go through the rest of my stuff because I got some cool music. By the way, update on the whole music situation. I'm a little upset. My first track was denied because there was 10 seconds of silence at the end of it that I didn't know was there. So I have to redo my track and resubmit it, and it'll be uploaded in about 3 business days, which means like Wednesday of next week. So, yeah, I will update everybody when that happens. Do me a favor, if you have Twitter/X, go follow me on that. I update that the most regularly. So that's going to be at CPTNKEARN. It's down in the about section. Follow me on all those good things. Because I always post, I post on everybody, everywhere. I do have a locals page coming, and a buy me coffee page. So the locals page is going to be strictly for my 3D printing music, 3D printing content. I will be doing on a subscription level. I don't know what the hell that was, probably a dog. I will be doing a whole thing where there's going to be giveaways and stuff like that. And in the Discord, by the way, everybody, in the Discord, if you join my Discord, there is a subscription level on that to get free gifts. Now, doesn't that sound weird? It's 3 gifts. See, Stream Elements did it again. A gift. Where is it saying that? I'm not seeing that on the screen over here on my timers. What the heck? Amazon link. Here, let me go ahead. I'll just bring that up here. Here, we'll just share it direct. That way, it's view only. Copy link. Because Stream Elements is doing a bad job of it. That is the Amazon wish list. And let me throw you the Throne. Throne is a very interesting thing because, there we go. There's Throne. Close. Throne buys stuff not just from Amazon, but from a lot of different places. And it tries to get the cheapest rate and the most local thing, which is interesting because if it's available here in Colorado, it will buy from Colorado before it'll buy anywhere else. It's the same thing for any of the creators that follow on Throne. So that's a really good place too if you're willing, if you have something to support. You know what? I'm thinking about holding a master class for Discord. We might actually do that sometime this weekend. So check in on that because I know there's a lot of people struggling with Discord, and I want to help everybody out. I've used Discord for like a decade now, and it's like easy as pie to me. And I understand how it's difficult for others. So, I'm more than willing to help. I am more than willing to help. Since it doesn't seem though there's a lot of good easy how-tos out there because Discord makes itself out harder than it needs to be, right? That's what I'm saying. So maybe I'll do a masterclass on that this weekend. Just take an hour out of the day and just go, hey, this is what we can do with Discord. You can get Discord. Discord's fun. Discord is an absolute blast. So that said, I love y'all. And Cynthia just popped back in. Hold on. Let's bring Cynthia back in. Welcome back.
There we go. Hello. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
I think I told you earlier in the week that I've been firebombing Kaiser.
Yep.
3 calls in a row. They saw the fire bombs.
Napalm works better.
A little messy though. No, they've. When I
Doesn't
talked
really
earlier
much.
about being the ringmaster, that's what I am right now. I'm swimming laps between the cracks.
Nah.
Yeah. So I will be, I'm going there today to have a meeting with the upper echelon over what's going on. Anyway, you mentioned something about doing a Discord class, which I think is great because I've been threatening to do it and gather up people that don't understand it either. And I'm threatening that, once we all graduate, to hand out virtual diplomas.
Well,
So
yeah, maybe I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow or Sunday, but I'm thinking it'd be a good thing to do because there's a lot of people that are new to Discord, and Discord is not as difficult as it makes its own self out to be.
that's true.
The problem is it makes itself out to be hard, and it's really not. It's just, there's a lot of nuances between using it on the web browser versus using it on PC versus using it on iPhone versus using it on an Android
Yeah,
device.
format is different on every one of those devices.
Yes, it is. So I think that's what we will do. I think I will hold a class on that. Just
No,
to
fire me a DM when you're gonna do it, so I can make sure I'm there.
yeah, definitely. So, but I'm glad you're back. But I'm not actually gonna be getting off because I'm starving and I need my
That's
meds.
cool. Is she home yet?
Not yet. She's got about an hour out.
Oh, okay. Well,
So I'm
I'll
gonna take my meds and grab something to eat and rest. That way, I have a lot of energy to go chew somebody's ass out.
let me know how it goes. I'll catch you on Discord.
Yeah, definitely. So we will catch you later. I appreciate you being here. You're always welcome on stream. You know that stuff. And if
Oh,
you
thank you
don't
very
actually see
much.
you, because my setup right now is weird because I don't see the left side of my screen that well. Um, and when I've got too many things open, so I don't see when people pop in. So you'll just have to message me when you pop in. So
Okay. Oh, I see Tammy joined the channel. Welcome.
yeah, welcome back. I missed that. I missed that show. Welcome back, Cotter was awesome.
Yes, it was.
I miss all that era of TV because we had good TV back then. Today's TV sucks.
It's out there to watch. You just got to find it.
Yep, yep. I that's why I subscribe to every streaming platform on the planet, which is way way too expensive. I thought cable was expensive. Jesus.
Oh, I got rid of my Direct TV after not direct yeah, Direct TV after 23 years. That was hard to give up, but I started going through what would it cost to individually subscribe, and actually that was the way they were going to do it in the beginning. You pay for the channels you want. Didn't quite work out that way. I used to
Yeah.
sit at channel 4. That was an interesting job for a summer between fire seasons, and I would sit there and watch TV. And what we had to do, we had one channel, and you would write down what time the commercial start, was there a break, what, you literally by hand keeping track of everything that's going on the channel. And there'd be like 3 people per channel. If people only knew how that information from New York to California was sent through, it was all through the phone lines and would come back up at the station, they record it and broadcast it. That's the old days. So anyway, I will let you
But yeah,
go.
yeah. I'm gonna
And
go grab something. To eat. I may stream a little bit later. Depends on how the wife is feeling. I may need to babysit her. So, and if I do,
okay,
that's
you
awesome.
do what you got to do, and if you decide to stream, shoot me out a note.
I
We'll
will do
get to
that.
it.
Not quite as good as Trump's comb over, but
Debbie, I'm sorry, that question I don't know because I don't know Apple, but I'm sure that if
so
you tune in to the Discord thing, that maybe we can figure that out unless Captain here knows himself.
so you should be able to. Here, let me just grab a fresh link,
Okay.
And let's see, invite peoples. Copy this. You should be able to click on this link that I just posted in the Discord, and that takes you into my Discord server. And then there's all sorts of things you can do in the Discord server. There's general channels. There's specific channels for memes and art and all that good stuff. And then there's the voice channels where we can sit and just BS, which I'll probably be in there a little bit later.
Okay.
So I'm wearing my wireless earbuds so I can walk around and talk like an idiot.
Debbie, I will be like in the morning channels. I get a little late on Shizzies, but I'm usually on Mo. And in the chat, if I could probably help you to find your way through. It's a learning process. And I'll give you one piece of advice that was given to me by a professor in 70. If you can read a dinner menu and think logically, you can run a computer, and you don't be afraid to make mistakes. You're supposed to make oopsies.
That's actually some of the greatest advice ever, because I've always told people when I, inform them about any sort of computer products, everything can be fixed.
Yep.
There is nothing terminal when it comes to computers. It can all be fixed. So that's it.
It's letting go of fear. Take care, my captain.
We will see you all a little bit later. Peace.